Hello Infernoble friends. So right now we are about to discuss my performance in the YCS Lima 2023. I think we did a pretty good job. We went 7-3. Out of those 3 losses, one was due to misplay and being tired because I am not used to play 8 matches in one day in real life. The other 2 were bricks, pretty much, which is, it's still my fault because it's about deck building. So first I'm going to discuss a little bit about the matchups, and then you're going to see the deck profile and the combos. We started with Swordsoul 2-0. We went first on FTK through Imperm Nip, and second game I think we OTK through Ash, Nip, Blackout, and level 10 Long Yuan with just Engine. Match number 2, we lost to Spright Evil Twin, Brick City. We had to normal summon an Ignite, special summon Renault. That way we got into Isolde, no extenders. We got Ghost Mourner on Isolde and GG. We had 1 Ash, but they had full combo through Ash. And game 2, again we opened poorly. We only had Isolde and one extra Ignite in hand, and they Nip, so it was GG. Traptrix, I think we won 2-1. First, with the die they go first. We opened 1 Imperm, and we decided Imperm is kind of useless because they could trigger some effects, and then Sarah is unaffected or Flesh is unaffected. We need to use it quickly. So they normally summon the guy that searches the field, and we Imperm there. They had the field in hand, so it was useless. I should have saved the Imperm for at the end, because they ended on Ash, Redoer, and Reflecia, just 3 interruptions. And the Imperm, the Redoer would have been really good, because then I think we Arabexed the Reflecia, we baited the Ash with the Rendal, but we opened poorly. I think we had Red Layer and Majesty, so nothing to do there. Then we FTK game 2, and game 3 they brick. They just they had 4 interruptions, but brick. So they had Retaliating Sea, Lancia, and 2 sets, 2 back rows, and Zera. So we Lightning Storm the back row, then we start comboing off. They Retaliating Sea when we use Fire Dance to revive Hare, and then we use Rondo. Take the Retaliating Sea, Rondo is all into Unicorn Hare into Access Code. I think they Lancia, but it didn't matter. And we OTK with Access Code, Isolde, and Garden Rose Maiden. Yeah, because we can revive Isolde or make a second one. It was weird, but OTK. Match 4, the opponent didn't show up, so nothing to speak there. Match 5, against a Shifter, Trap, OTK, Grand Maju, Orochi Gizmek, and try to OTK, try to vanish with Desires, with Prosperity, with anything. We won 2-0 easily, we FTK them, and then they try to go first. They use a weird trap that vanished our whole extra deck. So they thought without extra deck we couldn't do match, but we OTK without extra deck. How? Because he had Orochi Gizmek. We summoned Hare or him, attack those 3, burn them for 2, 4, 5, 24, 50. Orochi times 3, he had 650, and then Rondo take Orochi, attack with a normal summon Majesty. Yeah. Game 1 he shifted us, so it was an FCK, I remember, but we had Mikanko engine and connector, so we I think we rip 1, then we made Fleur. We saw with Hand Knowledge, we saw a TTT and Evenly, so we already and then a guy that is a 2000 attack monster that it tributes itself to show us 3 traps, normal trap and set 1. It's from the I know the artwork, I just don't remember the name. If you know, please put it in the comments with a timestamp. And yeah, so we say Fleur negate for that. He evenly everything else. We had follow up, and then we negate that. He used TTT row 2, Lightning Storm the Fleur, summon Orochi, I think. And then in our turn we top deck DDR back the Fleur because he used Shifter, so it was banished. And then with Fleur pop his set. He had 1 set, it was Ring of Destruction, and then we just make with 2 warriors Isolde into Unicorn Access Code OTK. So that was game 1, and I already told you game 2. 6th match against Naturia Runic, we lost. That's the misplay, because game 1 we could have won. He went first, he set up not so strong of an end board, but we didn't know the interactions of their deck. So when they use Sunflower, I think, like a Solemn Strike on Lex with another little guy that let him cost 1,000,002, we decided that trade battle phase with red layer to beat him, but he had another little guy that revives him, so we didn't really pay attention to that. If we knew, we would just normal summon connector, no effect, and with connector red layer attack both the sunflower that negates and the guy that revives, and then Memphis 2 combo, because he had a Fleur, but we had Arabesque to bait him, and we have a lot of extenders or him, yeah. So game 2 we FTK, like double Omega, the full combo. And game 3, it was weird. We went to a grind game. He used this the barrier called Synchros. We tried to Dolphin make damage, but he used Bell on the Phoenix Blade. Man, we should have just used Dolphin, cost an extender, burn them, because we were like 5 minutes on the clock, and they had to skip battle phase one time, then probably another time to keep interrupting us. So we were just winning on time if that Dolphin resolved, but we didn't really pay attention to the time in that moment. Also, it was hard to guess he had a belt, you know. Match 7, we lost to Kashtira Brave 2-0, Brick City. He went first. He even misplay, man. Like, if I remember correctly, we impermed the Unicorn, and he used Rider for Mesha. He summoned the token, then he tries to shift her. I'm telling him, you already resolved, right? The Rive is in the graveyard, you cannot shift her. So he ended on Unicorn, Brave Engine, and Ash. And we couldn't play through that because we bricked. We had Arabesque for the Brave Engine. We were about to ignore Unicorn, but he asked on the Durandal, so GG. In game 2, we also bricked horrible. We opened like Lancia and Nip, you know, the side deck. We took away Impermash, and then brick. Like, I think Majesty loves me. Majesty and 2 more guys. We couldn't combo. Black Garden and something else. Maybe Phoenix Blade. And then with the hand up we stopped him for a turn, but he still made a good board and we couldn't do much. So match 8, Traptrix, last match of the day. We win 2-1 with FTK. We could have won game 2, but he had a judgment set. So he had like a tip of the iceberg when we were trading interruptions. And then game 3, FTK. In game 1, I almost bricked. Like, we had Ash, Fire Dance, Heritage, Imperm, and one other thing. So we normally summon Ash, use Heritage into Durandal into Hare, use Fire Dance to summon Hare from hand, search for Arabesque Ash, bounce Ash, summon the second Hare, insult full combo. Yeah, that was crazy. We were about to break. And then in the game 3, we also FTK them. So then we had the second day 2, we made day 2, match 9, Eldlich, we won 2-1. It was pretty much with FTK. With Omega loops, we saw Prosperity and Lava Golem. We didn't know they were Eldlich, so we didn't prepare back row hate. They FTK game 2 with Floodgates, and game 3 we FTK them easily. Last match of the event for us, Kashtira. It was Dave Rose, like a YouTuber in Spanish. We won 2-1. He bricked. He ended on the barrier and Ash. We OTK through that. Yeah, hit the barrier called Pendulums. We still pop scales, search Gearfruit, make access code, GG. Then he goes first again. He didn't full combo, but he had a good board. We bricked. In 3, we FTK them completely. Yeah, there was nothing he could do. So that's the matchups. Now we go into the deck profile. Alright guys, so let's start with the deck profile. So first we have the normal summons, and that's going to be Triple Connector, I think it's obvious, the Dolphin, and 2 Hare. Yeah, so we're playing like 6 normal summons, maybe 7 if you count one of the breaks later. We were about to go and play 40 cards, and instead of this, just 1 Sublimation, 1 Squeak, because right now we are playing 42. I decided at last minute that Connector was still worth it, because when you get to resolve Dolphin, you know, we have time limit, and this is gonna burn the opponent and it's gonna give you high knowledge. So if you see no hand wraps, you can combo much more confident, much faster, knowing where do you want your freestyle to end, on which type of interaction. Let's say, okay, my Ohime is going to be useless, so I should go for Gearfruit, or my Appaloosa is going to be useless, I should just have follow-up. So I think it lets you decide quicker, because the combo is kind of long, and if you get the opportunity to be that confident and play it much faster, it's better, because, you know, we had a 45 minute time limit. So yeah, this was the best choice, even though it was last minute. So 6 normal summons. Now we start with extenders. I think it's from best to worst. Let's see. So we have, yeah, 3 of him. Like, this is just MVP all day. You go in first, go in second. This baits, this gives you extenders. If you draw this and Arabesque or Hare, you just have Isol without normal summon and with a free discarding hand. So later on you can use it for Dolphin, for the Dracoslayer engine, whatever. The next best extenders were Arabesque and Gilfrid. Again, really good going first or second. It's like playing TTT, you know? Like going first is gonna make you play through hand traps and this as well. And going second is going to bait Omni Negates. Because if they don't interact with this, you get to Arabesque or you get to Rondo. So either way, they are screwed. They need to stop this. Arabesque going first is not as good, but because you have a useful stuff to bounce like a Renaud you summon of Isolde, or a Renaud Flint Oliver that you normal summon, or a Ignis that you summon of Isolde, or anything and then you Pendulum summon back, it's not that bad, to be honest. Yeah. Then the one Gilfrid because it's searchable with the Dracoslayer, so it's not like searchable of Isolde, you cannot use it. No, you could use it. I regret playing this. I think I should have played more than this, like maybe the third and 2 more Gilfrids. You will see later. But yeah, these were like the strongest engine, going first or second. Then we have the doesn't need explanation 7 Roras. Yep, simple. Then we have the extenders, the not so good going second extender, just for the combo going first. So 1 Flint always, if Isolde gets negated, you can summon this, go into second Isolde, keep going. 1 Renaud for the combo, the other for grind game, or if you normal summon Renaud at the beginning. Yeah, especially grind game. Oliver, in case you use the Renaud, because we are doing double loop, we need to have tuner access. So if this was not an option, we needed an Oliver, you know. Also, it has some cool synergy with Mikanko because they give you free equips to summon this, and you can use the Rondo interaction to bait something going second. And then the 1 red layer, I was cutting this from a lot of time ago because, you know, Flint does the same but better because you only use it if it's needed. This, you have to use it at the beginning. You don't know if it's overcommitting or not. But it has a cool application to beat Eldlich because you just search this to summon Eldlich and you're free to go off. You have some other ways because you can make, you can use Eldlich to make Beyond or Sprint, but I think this was more secure. Sometimes they could like banish your normal summon and then you are still with 1 Eldlich, but this bypass that. Also because it was rogue matchups, it was a lot of deck choices in the event. Sometimes you could face a Herald, a Seal, something that this could bait in battle phase. It's a free extender, why not? 1. Yeah. Now this package, Ignis Ignite. Some people doesn't like them because they are bricky, but if you have this plus any warrior, full combo. Or sometimes if you have this and one of the Roras, you just search for the other one, so you have Ignis Ignite, and you start with this. Because these are not strictly needed for the combo. I mean, this facilitates the combo being of only Isolde, but at the end, you just want to have double plus tuner. So with double plus tuner, you do everything. So this, sometimes they could maybe, I remember in one game, they used the barrier called Pendulums, and I mean, it wasn't a problem for me, because these are not the heart and soul of the deck. These are just a means to an end. Sometimes you could even, under the barrier, use the effect to pop to search. Because yeah, you can do that. So yeah, you could play 3 of these for more consistency, because it lets you beat hand traps, but I think 2 was fine, because I was trying to cut the deck count. And now, the one-offs of the deck. 1 Double, 1 Majesty. These are strictly combo pieces, but you could do some applications if you draw them, like this and Oliver. You start with Marcher, Tokens, Oliver, you start with Herald and then Isolde. Yeah, Herald before Isolde and full combo. Full combo always protected by Herald. And later on you could drop the Herald for an Appaloosa or a Fleur. Get the Search, recycle the Herald, yeah, it's fine. This is like Deathbot 001. If you made Halki before and it got Imperm, you normal summon Deathbot, full combo. Same here, if they Ash the Isolde, normal summon this, going to Beyond and full combo. So sometimes it's useful if you didn't normal summon. but of course it's a brick you don't want to open. Yeah, just be sure that you know it has some uses. And this could be an extender because of the Mikanko. The Mikanko engine can always get you Fire Dance, which is a monster reborn. Connector Tribute itself, Reborn Dolphin. So you have some ways to summon this offhand and, you know, combo that way. Now we have, I think, the equipped lineup. I mean, the rest of the equipped lineup. That's going to be these 4. Yeah. So these are like, we're playing this forever. Now we don't have power tools, so we only need 1 DDR. We always recover it of Renault. Yeah, as you notice, we didn't play Ogre just because we always wanted to resolve this, and we are playing an okay amount of normal summons. We didn't desperately need Ogre to desperately rely on Gearfried because there is another way to beat Nibiru called Appaloosa, and it's really consistent here. And then these 2, yeah, like I told you, the Monster Reborn. And this feels like a brick, but it's a going second card. Because if the opponent doesn't interact with this, you could normal summon Hare, you could summon Gearfried or Oliver, and either cause this into the graveyard or vanish. And the second this leaves, the opponent monster leaves as well, without a chain. Or the second you summon Hare, you take control without a chain. What else? Oh yeah, these 2 cards, not equipped, but needed for the combo, especially Black Garden, because we searched this of Majesty and then Black Garden recycle this. It's awesome how we can even loop a field spell, yeah. And then this is needed to make Ohime broken. The Foolish effect doesn't matter too much because his soul can also make that Foolish, but sometimes it's useful. To make the combo where you make his soul without normal summon, yeah, you need to Foolish Hare or Arabesque, the missing piece. Black Garden, yeah, it's to revive double. And then last 6 non-engine. The idea was to just not get FTK, because if we didn't get all the Zone Slug, if we didn't get Gimme Puppet and no special summon, then we were able to play the game and then break the opponent's board with engine. That was the idea. You only needed 1. So any changes I would make to the main deck? Yeah, like I told you, I was missing this. I will add this 6 and play 48. That's what I'm gonna do right now moving forward. Because, but now you're going to see your hand traps less often, you're non-aging. With 6 hand traps, we are seeing them 57% of the time. In 48, we would see them 50% of the time. That still works for me. And then this is not only just consistency engine, this is powerful, strong going second engine as well. Because this means him, yeah, you know, this is good going second, and Gearfried as well. Gearfried is always live when you play this that gets you equip, this is an equip, the Durendal Heritage are equips. Yeah, so you have a lot of ways to have Gearfried live right now. So that would be my main change. So yeah, now into the extra deck. This is where the stuff gets really cool, because as if you saw in my last deck profile, we were doing a combo where we loop 3 and set up Herald Fleur. But the extra deck was so tight, and now I managed to change the combo to make it better. So let's see. Isolde. This is just the card we need for the combo. This is a proxy, this is Beyond the Pendulum. So shout out to Naim that he lent me his Beyond. Sprint to get double. The Synchro lineup, we will make this. Then we will make Herald. Then Herald with a Majesty Tuner. We'll make Omega. We will trigger this to search Mikanko and keep comboing. We'll then make this monster. This revives double. This is crazy. It revives the Black Garden, which means revive double. And then revive Riser. This can revive any tuner. The Riser, the Fleur. So now this is all we need for the combo. As you see, we cut Cupid Peach and Trishula. Why? So we had more utility. So this is the utility. Second Isolde, Unicorn Access Code, Appaloosa. This is the utility that the deck didn't have before. And thanks to my changes in the deck, now we have. And it's crazy. I was using this in the side deck, and man, we really need side deck space. We really need to use them game 1. I won a lot of game 1s just because I was maining Unicorn Access. So this is the correct change, trust me. You will not miss Cupid Peach or Trishula after you understand the new combo. Because we are still making 5 interruptions, boys. You realizing less extra deck. What else do you want? Now, the most important part of my profile, tokens. Double, Nib, yeah. And the side deck. Now, this is what I could change because it wasn't like super perfect. Because I thought it was going to be super generic, like I was gonna face a lot of matchups, and I did. it was fine to have this and this that beats combo or back row, like it does something. Same back row hate because Labyrinthing and Traptrix was going to be popular, in my opinion. And then just hand traps and callback. So this for Kashtira and Rogue, and this for Rogue, but also for Branded. So I could have another chance to beat Gimmick Puppet. Yeah, they didn't overperform or anything. I think the best sided card here was probably Storm or Evenly. Yeah, they were really useful. I think I didn't. Yeah, Nip was just to bait Omni Negate. Lancia, I didn't know. It didn't feel so good. Coldbite also didn't feel so good because when I opened this, the only time I opened it, I also had Dolphin. So yeah, I didn't really feel like the side deck was too strong. Yeah, it depends on the event. So now that you saw the deck, it's time to check the combo, alright? So all we need for the combo actually is just Connector. I mean, just Isolde, and maybe a discard, so yeah, a blank. So let's pretend this is the combo, alright? This is the hand. So, okay, let's say Connector, summon Dolphin. I'm gonna have this here. Now we're going to make Isolde. Oh, sorry, new sleeves. Isolde, Surge, not a blank, but a useful combo piece. Ignite, any Ignite. For the most part, I just search whichever I find fastest. There's not, oh, this level 3 or this level 4, no, it's the same, okay? Now we mill 4, Blade and DDR mandatory. Then, well, for this combo you could mill Rondo, but just in case your opponent interact with something, you just rather save it. Maybe you need it for a backup plan, a grind game. So just mill Durandal and Arabesk that you play multiples. And if the combo resolves everything, then at the end you just mill this of the quick play. Yeah, that's my advice. Now we summon Ignis. We use them both. Yeah. We go into Beyond Proxy. Beyond Surge. Let me put a field center. Yeah. Beyond Surge. Ignis. Yeah. We scale, we pen summon 1. Standard, I think. Now we banish. What do we use of Isolde to get Blade? Now we summon. We use Crusader effect. So we don't summon yet, we search for Renault. Where is our Renault? Here, yeah. Now, Ignis effect, we summon the powerful Majesty. Majesty is going to search Black Garden, then we discard Blade. To save space, I'm going to put everything in attack, yeah. Now at this point, we have to summon Renault here. Sometimes we have two standard combos. One where we make 5 interruptions, and this is the combo. And then we have another one that is resilient to hand trap. That is, if you use already some cards in the deck, so we cannot go for 5 interruptions. We go for 4. But here we go for 5. Okay, so Renault, grab DDR. Now activate Black Garden. In this case, you need to keep the tuner. Okay, what you summon of Ignis. We go for Sprint, the famous Chainlink 1 Garden, Chainlink 2 Sprint. So here's where we mill double, create a token in the opponent. I actually never do this because I explained that, okay, my next move, pop the token, summon double. Then, I know Bestiar are not played, but you always have DDR in case they banish it there. Then we use them to go into Soulcat. We use effect of double to summon the tokens. Yeah. Now Soulcat and token. We go into the Herald. Yeah. Now we take advantage of this being tuner and Herald, and we go directly into hand looping with Omega to be hand loop for 1. We may not want to use DDR right now because we need more fodder in the graveyard, you know. So yeah, Herald effect. That's the important part. To search him. Also, yeah, so we summon this, you trigger Herald, then you banish Omega. You don't want to miss the opportunity to use Herald, please. I never did, thankfully. So now, Ohim effect. This is where the blank comes up. So you search for Ceremony. discard blank. Now activate ceremony, summon on him. Maybe you just want to use this right now so you don't forget it later on to mill Rondo. Yeah. Now Mikanko effect. This is the important part. You could have utilized Hard effect or Arabesque effect before his ult and it's fine. Because here we actually equip Durandal and use it to search Oliver. So that's the part that we need. So when we want to make 5 interruptions, we need to resolve his ult. Sorry, we need to resolve Ignis. We need to keep the level 4 tuner on field. We need to not utilize any of these 3 before his ult. Yeah, that's like the condition. If you utilize Oliver or Durandal or Ohime or the tuner, then you don't go for this line, you go for another where you make 4 interruptions. Yeah. Now, Oliver, he really needs the Phoenix Blade that we were saving. So here we banish Renault and Isolde. We cannot banish double. Pitch this, summon Oliver. Now 1-1. This is when you want a freestyle, please aim to get 1-1. Because that's where you get a lot of value. In the form of Shaman. Shaman gets you a lot of value. Now Shaman revive double in defense. Yeah. Now you utilize Sorrow Cat. Return the Herald into the extra deck, that's right. Summon Sorrow Cat. 3-5. Yeah, 3-2 into 5. You make another really nice chain link. That is double maiden. So you recover your garden. Double summon your tokens. Now your board is full, okay? So in this combo if you want protection with 1 more extender, this could be a Pelusa, again protecting everything. Here you use token and Shaman into Marcher, and Marcher is going to revive. It's going to revive Shaman. Yeah. Now here you actually activate Black Garden because your next move. Don't forget that whenever you want to revive double in freestyle, you need to leave this off board because this pop all the plants and this is a plant. So if we are activating Garden now, it's because our next move is getting rid of Garden and this. So we're going to Riser. Now we activate Garden, Black Garden pop, summon double. Now we need to use 7-1. There's no other way around it. 7-1. We're going to Lure. And then double effect to summon tokens. And this is the reason why. Because now we have 3-1 and we summon back the Herald. So you see? We have an extra token, but it's here. And yeah, we have an extra Riser. In the other combo, we actually Garden revive Riser to full combo. Here, this is free follow-up, which is crazy. Yeah, you could revive this and make another Synchro 8, but the extra deck is too tight. Trust me, you cannot change any card of the extra deck. So here, all you gotta do is manage maybe the Oliver and the double. Yeah, so you still have materials to get Blade. So you use it for a second Omega Loop. Yeah. So how this ends is with 2 Omega Loops and 3 interruptions. If you are afraid of evenly, even though your opponent will have 4 cards and you have 2 Omni Negates, if you're afraid of evenly, Fleur pop token. That's it. And now you have a Steel, 2 Omni Negates. And what's your follow-up? Right now, Riser and Herald Search Ohime. And this coming back in the standby phase. If they don't out this because it's like the less important part of your end board, then with anybody you just make Unicorn. And then with any other body, Access Code. Yeah. And then maybe Access Code this as OTK next turn. So you see? This is the combo. You still have your utility, extra deck. So now I'm going to show you the variation where we just don't utilize him. So in this case, you start the same, you make a 3. But here you make Riser, like instantly. So you make Riser, and when you make Riser, you need to mill him, like it's not even optional. So you mill him. Yeah, so now he's level 1. Remember, you are aiming to get 1-1. But because you mill him, then him is not useful the rest of the turn. Alright? But we don't care because we are not using Mikanko in this moment. We're going for a different line. Remember, freestyling you can do a lot of things. I'm just showing you the 2 basics. So you revive double right now. Now, what you should do here is, oh, don't forget we have a DDR for the Omega later on. Now here you use 2-1 to make Marcher. Marcher revive specifically Swordcat. Why this? Because this lets you have Omega, because you're going to make 5 and then 5-3. If you use this, then Maiden is going to be a tuner, and then this is also a tuner, okay? So you use it here. Maiden, the interaction of getting tokens and Garden, which is really broken. Now here you use Garden. Now here you make Omega, activate Garden, put a token, Omega Rip, pop the token, revive double. So at this point it's really important that you notice we don't have tuners, but we have Maiden and Samsara. So we use Maiden to get Riser because this is the hardest part of any freestyle combo. Get 7-2-1 to make Fleur. But here is automatic because I already figured it out. Now Fleur, and you could get 2 tokens. If you resolve Dolphin and have Hang Knowledge, I would just do it because if it's follow-up, it's a free solve later on. If you are afraid of Evenly, you don't do it. Now you activate Samsara, you revive any of these 3 into the extra deck. So I cycle back right, Marcher, summon this, and then this and token into Herald. And then you have your materials. I think you rather keep Renault, so this could tag out into Renault if you want. And then you activate DDR, and that's how you make still everything but him. You see? Double Omega and this. Yeah. So it's just one less. Here is one less interruption than with the Trishula variant. But trust me, saving these 2 extra expos is 100% worth it. So that's the line. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the explanation. I hope you understand the deck now. Don't forget that if you want to test it, please try that 48 with this 6. I think is the way to go. It will be much less brickier. I think that's everything that the deck can do now. Thanks so much again. I hope I can perform better next time, but don't forget, Infernoble is alive. Yeah.